Hey, what's up, family? Jesus was teaching in the 18th chapter of Luke. And in the 17th verse, he said that unless somebody enters the kingdom of God like one of these children, then they will not enter in. And that sort of summarizes the first two parables and the parable that he spoke afterwards. Because in the first parable, his point was that we should always pray. If you look at an infant, because that's what they were bringing to Jesus, infants, when he said, hey, don't stop the kids from coming to me, because such are the kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven. And Jesus was just saying, don't keep these kids from coming to me. He was talking about himself as the kingdom of heaven. He's the representative of the kingdom of heaven. So, when Jesus told us in the first parable that we should always pray, the way that reflects on a child or an infant is that an infant always cries out when they need something. Basically, it's to be fed or for comfort. All right. So we are fed. Jesus said, my food is to do the will of God and to finish what he has sent me to do. So we should always pray to be in the will of God about everything we do and say. In the second parable, he gave the answer, or what he was teaching was that whoever is self-righteous, they are not justified in the sight of God, but it's the one who bows before God and depends totally on God for his mercy and his grace and his righteousness for his salvation. With a child or an infant, that child cannot say anything, but all he can do is depend on God for everything. And that's exactly how we ought to be. And finally, in the parable he told after this particular section, he said that it's what's impossible with man is possible with God. Those infants that were coming to Christ, it was impossible for them to get up and walk on their own. So we have to depend on Christ for every step, every breath, everything we do, and everything that makes us who we are. It has to depend on Christ. We have to recognize that it comes from God and give him the praise and give him the thanks. Oh yeah. Going back to that first parable, he said that when he comes, will he find faith on earth? We have to be faithful that God is the one who is going to supply all of our needs and our salvation. God bless you. Peace.